From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
And thank you for joining us this morning. It's Thursday, August 17th.
Let's go.
I was just standing looking at what was going on. I heard a big old boom.
A San Jose police officer shot, and an hours-long standoff with the suspect ends with tear gas. Everything we know about the case this morning.
You just feel like you're taking your life in your hands.
Keeping you safe on the roads. Our cameras capturing several close calls in the same area of Mission Bay, where a 4-year-old was hit and killed.
It's hard to take in, just seeing all this devastation.
Destruction across Hawaii, and new questions about how the wildfire started.
Any positive coming our way, we'll take it.
Our community helping Hawaii. We're live with how you can donate. Team coverage on Maui and in San Francisco.
I never thought I'd be a teacher. This shop is kind of my happy spot.
Setting up more students for success, the path to help them learn the tricks of the trade.
If erosion were to eat in and under the road and cause the pipe to rupture, would leak raw sewage into the ocean.
It looks like fun, but this ATV riding is serious business. How a day on the beach could help the fight against climate change.
Yeah, a day on the beach sounds pretty good today. I am Gianna Franco. Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan, grateful for coffee in my cup and friends at my side.
And good morning to both of you. I'm Nicole Zalumis. We're talking about the beach. We were talking about Tahoe. Jessica Birch was on assignment yesterday. Let's talk about Jessica for a second, because she was on assignment here yesterday and then last night flying over Tahoe with those gorgeous sunset views.
So pretty.
Serving our country. Jess, we salute you this morning, my friend.
Thanks so much. Really, I only got like 2 hours of sleep last night after I finished my flight for the National Guard. Drove back to San Francisco, went to bed at 1 a.m. and here we are. Good morning, San Francisco. You can see just the tippy top of Salesforce Towers. We're taking a live look from our Sutro Tower cam. This is a gorgeous look this morning as we all wake up and head out the door. We're going to continue to see this marine layer kind of hold on tight to the coastline today and even along the peninsula. So don't be shocked as you see some cloudy skies waking up this morning. So grab the coffee. It's definitely chilly. You're going to want that coffee to be warm this morning. Near Santa Rosa, sitting at 60 degrees, 65 right now in Concord. San Francisco's not reading right now at SFO, but earlier, about 5-7 minutes ago, it was sitting around 58 degrees. So just keep that in mind. This area of low pressure, fun fact, it's a leftover system from a tropical storm, Eugene, and it's still sitting offshore. That's the big reason why we've been seeing or feeling muggy conditions and seeing these light scattered showers really trickle away all throughout the state of California. That's what I was flying through yesterday up in the Sierra Tahoe area, kind of dodging those storms. We're going to continue to see that trend into this afternoon. But back here in the Bay, let's talk about some local areas. Pleasanton this morning, 60s in the forecast for all those kids heading back to school this week. As you wake up and get them to the bus stop, they might need a jacket, but trust me when I say they're not going to want it heading into this afternoon. Let's take a quick look at daytime highs today. Just in the Bay, we're sitting in the 60s, anywhere from San Francisco all along our coastline. We even might see some 70s in the forecast closer to the Bay, 90s in our inland areas. We're going to have more on that in a bit. For now, over to you, Gianna. How are the roads? By the way, foggy, like crazy right now at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right? It's just kind of settling in at that Golden Gate Bridge, Jess, with that visibility issue. That is not fun for commuters out of Marin. This isn't fun either. This is a live look at the Bay Bridge. It's officially, we are now in that 6 o'clock hour, so that means we are going to start to see this traffic build. And with kids heading back to school, it is certainly going to start seeing a busier traffic pattern in the next couple of weeks. So keep that in mind, and don't forget, kids are walking and biking to school again, so keep your eyes peeled for them too when you are commuting this morning. Live look at the 880 area near the Nimitz Freeway or near the Coliseum, and you can see it's getting a little crowded too on that northbound side. Nicole?
All right, thank you, G. Time now for a look at this morning's top stories. We head to San Jose, where a police officer is in critical but stable condition. She was shot yesterday while responding to a domestic violence call. The wife of the suspect, 44-year-old Gabrielle Carreras, called 911 yesterday morning saying he was drunk and trying to hit her. Then as two officers approached a stairway at the Midtown Plaza condo complex, Carreras allegedly fired a gun from a balcony, hitting a female officer. After a 4-hour standoff, police used what may have been tear gas.
I was just standing looking at what was going on, and I heard a big old boom. And I thought maybe I was like a little tired because my eyes just started watering. Then the aroma of like ammonia came over me. I was like, wow. Then I see one of the other guys jump out of the van and goes, wow, look, he's rubbing his eyes. And I knew it wasn't just me. So whatever that was really strong.
The suspect finally surrendered at about 1 p.m. The police chief says the wounded officer was shot in the midsection below her bulletproof vest. People moved by the death of a little girl in San Francisco have been bringing flowers and candles to honor her life. The 4-year-old died on Tuesday. She and her parents were hit as they crossed King Street at 4th. Police say the driver, now under arrest, was making a right turn from the center turn lane. A pedestrian safety group wants design changes at that intersection, which says it's one of the most dangerous in the city.
I cried. It's every mother's biggest nightmare coming true. It's horrible. Our heart goes out to that family. You can't imagine what they feel like today.
It's just awful. Cars often go through a crosswalk there, even as pedestrians still have a walk signal. Police were on the scene yesterday, warning drivers to slow down as they turn towards that 280 on-ramp.
Following up on the fires in Maui as California helpers are boots on the ground this morning. So here's your update. 110 people now confirmed dead. And this morning, that community is doubling down on some pretty tough questions about what they did and did not do when the fire started. In fact, we want to let you listen to this very tense exchange between a reporter and somebody from Hawaii's emergency management system. Listen.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why, and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground as the flames.
Do you want him to give you the answer? Or
I do, but I want to get it out there.
Let him finish his answer.
I'm sorry.
The reporter holding his ground there, but there is some counterpoint in that criticism and a potential explanation. That man went on to say that the sirens are typically used for tsunamis to warn people to get away from the water and seek higher ground. So in the moments the fire raged, there was worry that if they sounded the sirens, the people would have run towards the fire instead of away from it, which they did. Many people just jumped in the water. Regardless, they have found out some of the sirens at the time weren't even working.
To my knowledge, at least I never experienced them in use for fires. But the sirens, some were broken, and we're investigating that.
Of course, while we're talking about this issue, we know that there are people in the midst of this story. And this morning, we've got this video, these very tender and poignant moments as people who live in Lahaina go home. They're showing us the reason why so many Californians are stepping forward to respond with help and aid. In fact, the people of Lahaina are getting to see for the first time what these fires did to their homes. Watch this.
Is this the first time you're seeing this?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to take in. We grew up here. This is home to a lot of us.
Make me cry. Make me cry. And over 20 years I'm staying in my house.
There's hope. Lahaina will get back.
The spirit of Ohana, family, the spirit of hope. The people of Maui are also doing this, a symbol of hope for all of us this morning. You know, if you've been to Maui, you've likely taken a photo under this 150-year-old banyan tree. It's iconic. It's the oldest, the largest in all of the Hawaiian Islands. It's a treasure. So what are the people of Maui doing while so many are still missing and while many have lost everything they own? They're choosing to water a tree. They believe in this little shred of hope that a little bit of care can bring life. And by the way, if you have a photo from your vacations under that famous Lahaina banyan tree, we'd love to show it on air. Tweet it and tag us with that hashtag KPIX. You know, as we've been telling you all morning, California helpers are there. And really, we're informed by a tragedy that happened to us in Paradise. And what happened there is informing the people of Maui how to rebuild. We all remember this scene behind me, the campfire, devastating. Well, get this, people there turning pain into purpose, now choosing to raise money for Maui. In fact, listen to April, boots on the ground, right here where we live, doing something to help.
Gosh, I mean, just like everybody else, the campfire was devastating. They're a community that is very strong, and we can help them financially and help them to rebuild in the way that they need to rebuild. And I think it's very, very important that we let them tell us what they need.
Bridge builder April Kelly there. You know, it's so important to us that we emphasize we're your community station, and we mean it when we say we're going to see and celebrate the good people who are out there helping people who are right here in our communities.
And so many people out there this morning, Gianna.
Yeah, case in point, in San Francisco's North Beach neighborhood, it's bustling right now with people wanting to help those in Maui.
And you know who else is out there? Our own Sean Chitness, as you like to say, boots on the ground. Let's go to him. Sean, good morning to you. Have people started showing up? I know things started around 6 a.m.
Guys, good morning. They are getting busy here, and it is so cool to see this shipping container and all the donations that are already inside. I want to welcome over Bo Logo here. He is with the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, and he's with their Young Workers Committee, and you've already been busy at work. This is before you actually do your real job. But tell us why this is so important to Local 10 and the members here to get these donations and send them over to Maui.
Definitely. A lot of us have a personal connection to Maui or the Hawaiian Islands in general. We have a lot of family, or we also have a local in Hawaii, local 142 and 140. And it's very important that we get them these goods and try to support and help them any way we can.
And you guys have been working on this all week. They're about 80% full inside, you were telling me earlier. So at this point, what do you most need? What would you like people to come down and donate?
For sure. We're looking for, long-term solutions. So things like generators, camping gear, air mattresses, anything like that will help, and maybe like pet food, stuff like that, and stuff that'll, provide long-term solutions versus something that's going to get in the way, like we have too much clothing right now, stuff like that.
Right. We were also talking about hygiene products and items for babies as well. What you were explaining to me earlier is that it's going to take about a week for that shipping container to get there once they're able to start moving it. So they do need to think more long term. We want to show you the information that we have so that you can be a part of this process. We're located here at North Point and Mason, and they just started around 6 a.m. as we mentioned, going until 8 p.m. today and again tomorrow. So come on down and join the effort here to make an in-kind donation, and there's also a way to donate money as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you so much. And that was incredibly helpful to hear the items that they need, like pet food, because we haven't really mentioned 3,000 pets are displaced right now.
People need their pets, their fur babies, to sort of get them through all the trauma of this as well. I love that.
I do, and your pets are like your family.
Yeah.
So imagine families not having if their pets are still displaced right now, having that comfort of maybe your dog or cat there with you. That's got to be so hard, in addition to everything they're already dealing with.
Can we just say shout out to Bo with the big heart, big guy with the big heart out there at North Beach. Say hi to him when you go out and donate this morning.